Hi and welcome to another episode of Baranov TV, designed to demystify the world of accounts and tax and to help your business grow. I heard something recently that really surprised me. Someone was talking and said that there are 49 different marketing pillars that you can use to develop your business and to raise awareness of what you do to people that might want to become a customer. Now, I thought that was a massive number and absolutely daunting for any business owner who's trying to work out which ones might be best for their business. The examples listed ranged from Facebook ads to billboards to leaflets to LinkedIn. A huge number, huge range, and obviously some of them very complex, some of them quite straightforward, and you're going to get different success rates out of each one. So how do you know which one is going to work best for your business? Well, it's going to depend on who you want to speak to and whose audience you want to get into so that they can start to learn about what you do and start to decide whether or not they wanted to speak to you. So you could spend a lot of time and a lot of money on the wrong platform and actually get nowhere fast. So the thing is, many businesses tend to lose sight of who they're trying to get in touch with and how many of those leads they actually need. And for a lot of businesses, it's actually a very small number. To get from a lot of businesses 12 new customers a year could make a massive difference. For other businesses, they need 12 new customers every week. So it does very much depend on your business, but you need to take a big step back and you need to think about your current client base or customer base and how many more you actually need to get your business to where you want to get it to this year. And then you need to work back. You need to think about who those customers are, where they are, what their hobbies are, where they're likely to be looking. So if they are on social media, which platform, and how you actually can get into their mindset. And the best way of doing that is to look at your current customers. Go through your current customers and work out who the best ones are for you. How did you find those? What do they do? How old are they? What sort of markets do you think they'll be moving around? And when you've actually got under their skin and potentially spoken to them and said, what magazines do you read? What platforms are you on? Why did you decide to come to us? It's those sorts of things that you then want to target and to focus on to get hold of your new customers. And then once you've got those ideas, you can start to think, well, okay, where am I going to find those people? Once you've got that, you can actually be far more targeted if you're looking at a restricted list, a dream list, if you like. You can buy a list of the right industries. You can buy a list that shows the contact numbers, the contact names, and then you can start to get a little bit creative as to how you're going to get in touch with them and start to either, if they're on one of the perhaps LinkedIn or a social media platform, you can start to try to show up in their timeline or show up in the groups that they're in if they're on LinkedIn. You can find out on LinkedIn, you can do a search of the industries that you're looking for in the areas that you're looking for potentially. You can start to get quite clever. You can start to decide, right, okay, I'm going to run an event and I'm going to invite some of these people there. You could send a direct mail piece. A video card could be really good with a conversation, a pitch potentially directly to them as to why you would like to meet with them, why you'd like to book a phone call. You could just pick up the phone and see if you can get through to them, depending on how confident you are and how likely you think you are to be able to get through a gatekeeper. That can actually make a really big difference because we all hide behind emails now. We're very wary of actually making those initial calls. Essentially, all you're looking to do is get a meeting or a conversation with these people, and then you know how to talk about your business. It's what you do all day, every day. So think about actually creating your dream list rather than trying to cover off all the 49 marketing pillars. Try to get very targeted and think about how many customers you actually really need. And then stop doing all of the stuff that's distracting you from getting to those customers. And you might find a massive difference in your business this year. That's my sum total of my lesson or my thought for this week. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll see you all very soon.